Greetings, everybody. My name is Brandon Schrage, Technical Service Manager with FMC in the state of Nebraska. I have you joining me here in a field just southeast of Bostwick, which is, south central part of the state. And what's interesting, and what I'm going to spend just a few moments here discussing with you, is how complex a spring burn down program really can be. And so in 2018, 2019, this part of the state got a lot of moisture, a lot of water. This field was prevent plant for those 2 years. In 2020, it was farmed to soybeans. But as you can see behind me, we still have a wide array of different summer, winter, and biennials out here. And so if you look behind me, you can actually see everything from pennycrest, curly dock, all the way to dandelion and shepherd's purse. And so having these many different weed species makes it difficult to manage, not only because of their different life cycles, but because they're at different stages of development out here. A lot of the pennycrest, a lot of the henbit is actually starting to flower. And so those plants are using all their energy to build seed heads and seeds, and they're not so much worried about vegetative growth. And that can really reduce the bisepal movement and the impact of a lot of those auxin species. And so when we're tempted to use a simple 2,4-D or dicamba or a glyphosate, something that's systemic and is usually quite effective, out here we might be a little disappointed with those results. And so what we're hoping to do is come in here with an additional mechanism of action that has really good contact activity. AIM at 1 fluid ounces per acre with a crop oil does a very good job at burning off that leaf tissue, preventing that plant from being able to photosynthetically recover from a lot of those systemic products. In addition, Panoflex at either 3/10 or 6/10 of an ounce per acre can go really well to help expand the spectrum of a lot of these control applications, whether it be for the dandelion or the chickweed. We get a little bit of residual activity out of that as well. But the best part is that we can go with our systemic tank mix partners. We don't have to worry about whether we're going to go to corn or beans or making last minute changes in that decision. It gives us a little bit more added benefit, and we're going to see a much better burn down. So we're going to go do some test strips in this field. We're going to look at the different auxin chemistry in combination with some of the FMC herbicides, and we'll see what kind of difference it makes. And I hope you join me here in a few weeks when that happens. All right, folks, it's been 11 days since we've made that burn down application, and I was planning on doing this video in person, but unfortunately there was some loud equipment. Looks like they're getting ready to do some tiling work on this field. So I'm just kind of going to talk you through some of these results here. But as you can see, as you noticed before, very heavy weed pressure on this particular side of the field. And as you also notice that most of these weeds are approaching flowering. And once they get to that flowering stage, they become very difficult to control, not just with contact herbicides, but with systemics as well. And so hopefully what this shows is that this is a plot in desperate need of very effective mechanisms of action in order to get it put to bed. Perhaps here in another couple weeks, when a lot of this really starts to desiccate, I'm going to bring out the drone and maybe get some NDVI photos. But for the time being, I want to show you at least what the plots look like. And keep in mind, this is only 11 days after application. A lot of those systemic chemistries like the glyphosate, the 2,4-D, dicamba, they can take up to 2 weeks to really get good activity. But you can see what the benefit is from adding that carfentrazone or that AIM-EC to that mix. You're getting a lot more bare ground, you're getting a lot more control of that foliage, and that's what's going to really help prevent those weeds from surviving and coming back. It's going to help the light penetrate that soil surface, warm the soils up, and make it much more effective at planting. Similarly, when we add a Panoflex to the tank mix, we're seeing an improvement in overall spectrum control. Whether it comes from having a little bit more added burn down or picking up better control of dandelions. The addition of AIM or Panoflex is a great tank mix partner for these spring burn down opportunities, but we can even combine the AIM and the Panoflex for a really strong multi-mode of action burn down. And you can see the benefit laid out here just outside of Bostwick, Nebraska. Finally, getting kind of a top-down look of that Roundup and 2,4-D combo versus the addition of the AIM or the AIM plus the Panoflex. And so the difference is obvious. And so I hope when you're going out there this spring, you're making these applications, you'll keep in mind that having a Group 14 or a Group 2 added to the tank can bring a lot to that table. It's a rather inexpensive addition to get a lot of benefit when it comes to weed management. And so, as always, my name is Brandon Schrage, Technical Service Manager for FMC Nebraska. If you have any questions, please reach out. We're here to help. Thank you.